explorers. It is lovely to be with you here again. I have a story for you today. Now, this is a story from God's book, the Bible. Now, this is a story that Jesus told, and this is a story, someone asked Jesus the question, who is my neighbour? He was talking to Jesus about how he should be loving to people and what sort of people he should be loving. And so Jesus said, you should love your neighbour. And he said, who is my neighbour? And so Jesus told him this story. And it went a little bit like this. I'm reading from this book called My Storytime Parables. And this gives us the stories that Jesus told with some lovely pictures for us to follow along. Okay. There once was a man who wanted to walk from Jerusalem to Jericho in one day. He packed his bags and set out very early. But as the day went on, the road got steeper and the sun got hotter. But the man didn't stop. He was afraid he wouldn't arrive in Jericho before it was night time. All at once there was a shout, and before the man knew what was happening, robbers leapt from behind the rocks. They stole the man's bag and his clothes, and they ran off. The poor man lay on the road. His head ached. His body ached. What was he going to do? Suddenly he heard a flip-flop, flip-flop kind of sound. He lifted his head to see what it was. It was a priest walking to Jerusalem. Surely he would stop and help. The man called out, "Help! Help!" The priest saw him, but he just wrinkled up his nose. The priest crossed to the other side of the road and walked on. Flip-flop, flip-flop. The sound of his sandals went away in the distance. The injured man laid still. Suddenly he heard clomp, 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 clomp. Yes, someone else was on the road. This time it was an official from the Jerusalem temple. The injured man called out, "Help! Please help me!" The official looked around in fright. As soon as the temple official saw the injured man, he crossed the road and started walking faster, straight past the poor man. No one else came down the road. The sun sank in the sky. The man lay still. Suddenly he heard a faint clip-clop, clip-clop. It got closer. It was a donkey. Then the man saw it was just a stranger, and a stranger from another country. He certainly wouldn't stop to help. But when the stranger reached the man, he shouted, "Whoa!" Then he walked across to the lying man on the road. "What happened?" he asked kindly. "You look in a bad way." "They stole everything I had," explained the man. "They beat me up and left me lying here." The stranger went back to his donkey. He brought out bandages and oil and bathed the man's wounds. Then he lifted the hurt man onto the donkey's back. By now it was getting dark. They set off down the road, slowly and carefully. At last they reached a house. The stranger lifted the injured man down. "Look after my friend," the stranger said. "Take some of my money, and please make sure my friend has plenty to eat and all the right medicine." Jesus told this story about a stranger who helped. Jesus said, we should help anyone who needs us, not just our friends. So, the man that Jesus was talking to in the Bible had asked, "Who is my neighbour?" And through this story that he told, Jesus was trying to explain to the man that anyone is our neighbour. That means anyone we should be loving. So we should be showing our love and telling everyone that we know about Jesus and his love. Hi explorers, I am going to show you how to do your craft that goes along with the story of the Good Samaritan, which is the story we just heard about the man that helped the stranger that he didn't know. So, if you want to, parents, find the story called The Good Samaritan, and your scrapbook craft is going to go in this page here. It looks like this one. At the top it says, we are to love all people, just like God loves us. Okay, so you will have that piece of paper and some eye stickers as well that you can use. So I'm going to mix and match my eye colours. Might do those ones on there. You might like to use your eye stickers, or you might like to draw your own eyes on there. Most people have 2 eyes, so you probably want 2 on each person. Then you can draw a mouth on there. So I'm using the colour red, and I'm going to make these people happy because God loves them. And they know that God loves them and they can love other people as well. So I'm going to give them nice, big, happy faces. The noses are on there for you already. And then I thought you might either like to draw some hair. Might give this person some curly hair. You might like to give them curly hair too, or whatever kind of hair you like. And if you have some other things at home, I've got some, this is just a cotton ball that I've sort of pulled apart to make fluffy. I thought that might be some fun hair to put on top. So if you have something like this at home, you might like to put that on top. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks great. And then I've just cut up some bits of crepe paper, some brown pieces of crepe paper that I thought might make a nice hairdo. For this one here. I'll put some glue on there, and then I'm going to stick these pieces of hair onto this person. Oh yeah, I like that. Woohoo! That one's pretty cool. All right, and once you have your beautiful people created, then you can put some glue on the back of your paper and stick it into your scrapbook next to the Good Samaritan story. Make sure it's nice and stuck down. Now, you might also have in your craft pack one of these, a donkey. So remember, in our story, the stranger used his donkey to help take the man to an inn where he could help him get better. So we've got a donkey here, and there's some tissue paper or crepe paper. I've got some grey colour here. So what you want to do is put glue all over your donkey, lots of glue, and then you can stick the grey all over your donkey. There we go. You might like to colour him in as well. Maybe you can colour his tail in, or his ears, or decide what kind of colour eyes he wants. Give him lots of lovely colour. And then we've got these, some fun pegs. What we're going to do with those is peg them onto the bottom like this, and they are going to be his legs. Let's see if he can stand up. Ah, he can. And so you can have lots of fun with your donkey. Maybe you would like to have a turn at telling the story with your donkey and go and find some toys or teddies at home that you can go and help and show Jesus' love to them, just like the stranger in our story. So have fun with that, and we will see you next time. Bye!